Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 7 video, bringing you a Tornadus-T team. Now, this was honestly very hard to do. So I tried a lot of different variations of this team. I tried a Tornadus with weakness policy, it didn't work. I tried just, a support Tornadus with, more offensive options than, a regular Tornadus. It didn't work. So now I have a Calc Berry Tornadus. Tornadus Therian is very fast. Base 120 something to be specific. Which wasn't specific at all, but you know what I mean. So I have the Calc Berry here to then fling onto the Metagross, pop the weakness policy on the Metagross, give Metagross +1 speed, and then we let Metagross sweep because God knows Tornadus Therian can't. And hopefully that'll work. I mean, we've seen Metagross Dynamax before in the past. You can also do this with other psychic types. Like I was thinking about doing it with like Latios, but those are videos coming out tomorrow. Or just like any psychic type that you really can think of. You can even do it with a ghost type. You can do it with Dragapult if you want, but you just kind of have to edit the Dragapult's speed to be a little less slow. But you can make it tanky, and you can make it like a very tanky weak supposed set if you want to go that route. But anyway, we're not doing that. We're going with Metagross. We're going with the Rotom Heat just because we want to have a Levitate for the Metagross. I mean, we already have the Flying type, but another one really helps, and you also want a way to counter things like Lecky and deal with other Metagrosses. We have the Nihilego because Nihilego is broken. I honestly believe that. It does add another ground weakness, but like I said, we have the Flying type, we have the Levitator, so it's fine. We have the Tapu Fini just so we don't get burns on our Metagross, and only because Tapu Fini is an amazing type and an amazing Pokemon. And then we have the Urshifu just to deal with, again, opposing Metagrosses. And, the Tapu Fini with the Misty Terrain does also help the Urshifu as well. That's the thought process. We'll see how this goes. No promises today because I did not have a really, really good practice session on Showdown for my warm-up. It was just kind of average. So hopefully this video will be better than average. You guys are going to hit the like button down below. Go ahead and do so and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already for more competitive Pokemon and rental teams every single day. Anyway, it's time for the battles. Oh no. Okay. That's a prankster Riolu. Probably with coaching. And a bunch of Pokemon on the team that would help with the coaching. Also, Comfy with the Sap Sipper Goodra and, just the Dazzling Gleam. Weakness Policy Goodra is probably going to be the play for my opponent here. I think we take advantage of the fact he has no redirection and we go for our Tornadus Torn 1. I said Torn 1. We go for our Tornadus Torn 1. Turn 1 with the Metagross. We'll see how that goes. And I do think that maybe Nihilego is necessary for this battle, especially against that Glastrier. And honestly, probably just Rotom as well, because I'm so terrified. I'm so terrified. Or maybe not Nihilego, actually, now that I'm looking at it, because we're gonna need a way of dealing with that Urshifu. So maybe the Fini and the Rotom is the way to go here. I'm so worried about that Goodra as well. We're gonna need to preserve our Metagross to deal with that Goodra. The only hope here is we outspeed. I think I EV'd my Metagross to outspeed. What's that Pokemon called? Urshifu. Yeah, it outspeeds Urshifu at +1. At the very least. So we should be okay in that direction. Speaking of Urshifu. Yeah, I think we have to take care of Urshifu first. Like, before anything else, we should probably take care of Urshifu. We can't protect against it, but we can go for the Air Slash right now into it. And then Dynamax Max Guard. I think we have to Max Guard this turn 1. Urshifus tend to carry Sash, right? And I really do need to take care of this Urshifu before I let my Metagross do anything. I could switch into the Fini here. But this setup is too juicy. As long as I get an Air Slash off, I should be okay. I'm also able to scout whether or not it is a Scarfed Urshifu, which would make my decision of switching out a lot easier. Actually, if it's Scarfed, I live, I believe. If it's Banded, I insta-die. Dynamax, probably going to be the Goodra. If it's the Goodra, I can only hope it doesn't do enough damage to take out my Tornadus. I guess we wait and see. Tornadus is not the tankiest thing, but I'm running a very tanky spread on mine. I have like almost no investment in special attack. I think I have like 4 in special attack. Cobra Berry. Okay, that's good to know. It's good information, right? I'm just happy that I went for this attack to scout. And that does a pretty significant amount of damage. Actually, I can take it out with one more. But I really want to fling here. Max Lightning. I don't think I take this. Well, I guess I can't fling. I guess fling is no longer an option here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. It was Life Orb. That might have mattered, to be honest. Let's go in with my Finny. I think we take one Wicked Blow. At the very least, we take one. Let's go for the Surge. We'll reduce the damage from Dragon-type moves, which is nice as well. We also change the terrain away from electric terrain. And let's go for the Moonblast onto the Urshifu. I'm honestly banking that I take one, and then I'm able to KO the Goodra. I actually might outspeed Goodra here. Oh. You see, I was hoping that I would get hit by Wicked Blow there. Is that weird? I do outspeed Goodra, so I would have gotten hit by Wicked Blow, and then been able to take full advantage of that Hailstorm. But instead, I'm gonna proc his Weakness Policy for him. That's so unfortunate. He's just gonna go for the Lightning onto my Finny. Oh, he's not. Okay, Flare. Oh, thanks for the Weakness Policy. Wait, this is fine. So we just learned we outspeed. I kind of like that. That does way too much. Oh no, it was Life Orb first turn. Adoy. Not that it mattered. It didn't really influence my decision making. But he did show us Life Orb, so. Guys, it's late. It's 12:01. I forget things. I'm gonna go for Max Guard again. As he Sucker Punches. Okay. So this was super necessary. Max Guard into Moonblast. I take out the Urshi. And now at any point in this game, my Metagross can clean up the Goodra, that's just two Pokemon that I was afraid of, now off the field, which is really nice. I think I take this. Life Orb hurts so much, but I take it. Jeez, man, that Goodra is such a threatening Pokemon. I think honestly, since it's Life Orb, we can just Moonblast the Goodra. We don't even have to go for the Ice Punch. We can use our Weakness Policy on another Mon. Also kind of depends on what they do. Or what their last Pokemon is. Well, not last. They still have two left. I mean, we also do have the Rotom in the back, which is a pretty good Pokemon to have, if I'm going to be honest. Comfy. He's going to Floral Heal himself. That's really obvious. Which means what we should do is probably take the opportunity to... double in Goodra? I think we double in Goodra. Worst case scenario, we knock out Goodra with one of his Pokemon. With one of our Pokemon, and then we just get free damage off on the Comfy. But I think if we double in Goodra, we guarantee that Goodra goes down here, no matter what. Which is what we need. Which essentially nullifies the whole Floral Healing process as well. This is definitely a double KO. Or a double hit into a KO. Yeah, Moonblast wasn't gonna be enough, but this Ice Punch should be. Nice. It's really good, really good, really good. Now it depends on what his last is. But honestly, I'm feeling really good about having a +2 Metagross on the field. It's also nice that I didn't have to go for the Iron Head onto the Comfy yet, because Comfies tend to carry Babiri Berry. At least mine tend to carry Babiri Berry. And honestly, that's pretty good that's a Finny right now. Finny in the sun, so I think Metagross actually might be able to take an attack here. Let's go for the Moonblast onto the Finny. Actually, no, let's go for the double hit onto Comfy. No. I mean, we're at +2. I think Babiri doesn't even help him. I'm going to go for the Moonblast into the Finny. And then I'm going to go for the Iron Head into Comfy to hopefully knock out the Comfy. I just need to really pray that a Muddy Water isn't enough to KO my Metagross in the sun. I doubt it, right? But I only have 50 HP, so who knows? It's like one of those weird calcs, right? That's a really weird calc. Amazing. I just get the free Iron Head off. I almost wish I doubled in now. Oh, this is a Trick Room. He's trying to Trick Room here. Focus Sash. No, nothing. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that, man. Why did he feel like he had to Trick Room there? Does he think my Metagross is faster? That means he might have like no investment on this Finny, which honestly makes me ecstatic. Now it's just 2v1 Metagross versus Finny. He might have like no investment on this Finny. Not bad. Taking the game. We didn't fling anything. In fact, all that Tornadus did was go for Air Slash that game and reveal a Cobra Berry. Yeah. Oh, this team looks familiar. Good news is I know exactly what everything here does, so that's fantastic. It looks like the Disquake combination. It looks like the team that we actually used on our channel a couple of days ago. So let's expect the Disquake. Let's also expect that the majority of this team actually can't deal with Metagross, so that's actually very nice. So let's do Tornadus, let's do Metagross. I think Urshifu is amazing here. Like, without a doubt, Urshifu is a must-bring. And I think let's top it off with a little bit of Rotom. See, I want to bring the Finny, but the other Pokemon like Thundurus and Rillaboom are telling me otherwise. I could bring the Heligo, which would do well against the Thundurus. But that's it. Also the Rillaboom. Or I could just bring the Rotom and do well against all of them. I think that's my game plan. Let's do that. Let's hopefully get the Salic Berry procced and see where that takes us. I really wanted the Salic Berry strategy to work because it's like I've tried so many other strategies with this stupid Pokemon and all of them didn't work. So if Salic Berry doesn't work, then we're really in. Then I'm gonna have to give up on Tornadus, guys. But anyway, I think we have a very big chance here. Like, our biggest issue would be maybe a couple of max airstreams for my opponent, or maybe that that Tailwind actually getting off from the Suicune as well could be a problem as well. Oh, but it's in the fog. We can't lose when the music is playing in the fog. That's like our jam, dude. Base slaps on base slaps. We can't lose this one. Suicune Lando. Terrifying. Very terrifying. We have options, though. We know his Landorus is scarfed. Because it's ours. So, instead of going for the fling and flinging ourselves, let's actually go for the Tailwind this first turn. Dynamax, go for the Hailstorm into Landorus. We should be able to take one max Quake even from Landorus. I know it's Adamant max attack, but I think we should still be in a good spot. Because Metagross is also just very offensive, or defensive in the defense. So we should be able to even take one max Quake. Anyway, we're Dynamaxing first, which is nice, in case he wanted to Dynamax his Landorus. So even better. And I think what makes me happier about this turn is that we're going to be able to match the Tailwind. That's all I really wanted as well. Landorus Rock Slides into the Tornadus. It is going to hurt a lot. But hopefully we still do get the... Oh, that was a crit on Metagross. That's funny. We do get the Tailwind off. Amazing. We don't flinch. That is fantastic. Then we Hailstorm into the Landorus. Should be more than enough to KO it. And I'm assuming that Suicune's going to Tailwind as well. It could just Ice Beam to take out the Tornadus. In case Tornadus is the real threat on the field. But I don't know. I think it's the Metagross. Tailwind. Okay. So that's ideal turn for us. Because now we can proc our own weakness policy. And then make our speed go further beyond by getting one more +1 speed boost with the Salic Berry. Like I said, we can't lose when it's in the fog. I'm going to lie and say we have an undefeated record when it's in the fog. So right now you think that Thundurus is faster than my Metagross, but little did you know, we can do this. We can do this and eliminate Thundurus. From the game. From existence. Thundurus, you're old news. I played you a couple days ago. You're old news. It's time for Salic Berry Tornadus right now. A different genie. A bird, in fact. A bird genie. Thanks, Game Freak. Is gonna Dynamax the Thundurus. Thankfully, even then, I know Thundurus has max darkness, but that's not taking care of my Metagross. So my opponent is definitely has their back against the wall here. Here's the fling. Flung the Salc Berry into my Metagross. We got it off, boys. We did it. We did it. Nom nom. Eat that Salc Berry. Get the +1 speed. Break our weakness policy. Oh, this is so funny. And we should be outspeeding this Thundurus. Oh, we're not. Okay, guys. I didn't calc for Thundurus, right? I didn't calc for Thundurus. Oops. I mean, maybe I could if I went max speed. I'm a little bit terrified now, but not too mad. Not too much, because we're going to be able to KO it here at least. And we're still outspeeding Suicune. Suicune's going to get 1 +1 hit off, but that's better than the Thundurus getting a hit off. Amazing. Amazing. Also, very smart by my opponent for going for the ooze there. Just realizing that he didn't need to go for the electric move because there's no point. Might as well just get the +1 on both of his Pokemon. I respect that. Anyway, let's go into the Foo. Yeah, let's go into the Foo. The Ursh, the one and only. Bearman, Kung Fu Panda. As he goes into Rilla. Rilla, Gorilla, Billa. What do we... Well, we just do the same thing with Metagross, right? We just attack something. And we protect here, because, like, Fake Out's a thing. And let's go for the... I guess we might as well just keep Hailstorming, right? I was thinking about going for the Steel Spike, but, I mean, let's just go for Hailstorm. We have nothing to lose here. We know Rillaboom doesn't have Protect, because that one's Assault Vested. And the Suicune should have a Citrus Berry or a Pinch Berry. I don't remember. Guys, when you make so many teams, you forget what Pokemon have. There's a Grassy Glide into the Rillaboom. Gonna protect it. And then followed by a Hailstorm into the Rillaboom to knock it out. And then it becomes Suicune versus the world. Can the +1 Suicune... That crit did not matter. Can the +1 Suicune... I mean, I'm guessing a Scald will hurt. It does hurt, but it's not to KO at the health. I guess he was hoping for the burn there. And that was... I guess that was his saving grace, was that burn. So I think this one... I think the writing's on the walls here. All we have to do is just Wicked Blow Suicune. And then go for a Stomping Tantrum on Suicune as well. Because I think that's the only move we have that isn't resisted. I saw a lot of comments telling me, hey Kevin, why do you have Zen Headbutt? You kind of don't really need it. And I read those. And I agreed with every one of them. So I changed it. I have Ice Punch instead. Why does that make that noise? Also, why... that Suicune is tankier than I thought. Oh no, wait. I thought I was going to KO. Unless, does Grassy Terrain reduce Stomping Tantrum? I know it's Bulldoze and EQ, but I didn't know about Stomping Tantrum if that is one. This might just be a very bulky Suicune. Or maybe I'm just underestimating Suicune entirely. Okay, no burns anyway. Whew, that was almost a close one. Oh, the Hail plus Grassy Terrain takes so long. I never understood why. I mean, I guess I understand why. I was just about to say, why doesn't Pokemon just make everyone heal at the same time, right? But then I was like, oh, because you wanna identify speed tiers. Like, Hail is such a good way of identifying speed tiers, because the damage you take Hail is the same speed as the Pokemon are. Like, the fastest Pokemon go first, which is why it went from Metagross to Earthsheet to Suicune. So just by paying attention to Hail or something, or even Grassy Terrain healing, you're able to identify the speed tiers of the Pokemon. There's a little bit of a tidbit. Anyway, GG's. On to the next one. I'm so happy we got the fling off there. I have not seen Durant in so long. Okay. Thankfully, the wheezing doesn't really make a difference to our team. I'm super terrified of that Regieleki. Yeah, if he brings the Regieleki, we're just in really deep doo-doo with Tornadus and Metagross. But anyway, we'll bring the Rotom just so we have a way of dealing with the Aleki. And I think looking at his team, we probably do also want to bring the Urshifu here, because Urshifu takes care of the majority of his team. He has 2 fighting weaknesses and also a dark weakness with no real resistances to fighting on his team, except for the Weezing. But yeah, I think this is my best option here. We can't bring the Finny because of the Aleki, and we can't bring the Nihilego because of the Durant. So I'm terrified. Durant is not a Pokemon you see often. It's actually not a Pokemon I've seen since like Series 5 even. So it's nice to see it getting a showcase again, but I kind of don't want to go against it because I don't think I prepared for it well enough. Because Durant has access to things like Rock Slide, Topping Tantrum, Iron Head, X-Scissor if it wants to go that route. It has so many options, all of which my team does not appreciate. And then just with like Hustle, it deals way too much damage. But anyway, we'll see how this goes. If they don't lead with it, we're in a good position. If they lead with it, we're in trouble. Not in big trouble, we're definitely in trouble. They don't lead with it. They do lead with the Aleki, though. Which terrifies me an teensy weensy little bit. But what we can do here is take this opportunity to just try to get rid of this Aleki as soon as we can. I'm going to go for the Protect this turn 1, just in case it wants to go for Electric move. I'm going to Dynamax. I'm going to Hailstorm the Aleki, because I feel like that still should be enough to knock it down to at least its Sash, if it has one, and then finish it off with the Hail damage. The good thing about Aleki is that we know it is not tanky. And we know that we can just hit it with neutral moves and reliably KO it. Now, in terms of this Incin, we're just going to have to wait till next turn to deal with it. We'll see if we get the Fling thing off, right? Might be able to get that Fling off. Might be able to do some serious damage to Incin. Here's the Protect. We'll just prevent the Aleki attack. There's the Fake Out into the Tornadus. Okay. And then the Aleki Electro Web. He's going to slow down my Metagross a little bit, but as long as he doesn't KO the Metagross, then I think we'll be pretty okay. It does do a sizable chunk, though. Jeez. Good news is, once we proc the Salic Berry, we'll be able to get our Metagross back to neutral, which is into... Oh. Oh, no. That was not enough. Is this like a tankier spread? Or am I just... Oh, I'm a weaker Metagross. I'm tankier. I'm a faster Metagross. I'm not max speed on this Metagross. I mean, I'm not max attack on the Metagross. That's kind of bad, not gonna lie. I'm gonna switch here just because I can't really afford to lose my Tornadus yet. And I'll just take this opportunity to go for the Max Quake on the Incin. I should have checked for flying types, but I didn't. And I'm just gonna let the Hail slowly whittle away at the Aleki. Okay, Rotom swaps here. And then T-Bolt into meta. Ouch, man. We still outspeed the Incin. We're going to be able to get a Max Quake off. I don't think it'll KO now. Yeah, I'm not doing enough damage on that weakness policy proc. Jeez, man. I'm about to lose my Dynamax. My opponent still didn't lose a single Pokemon. What do we have to do here to win? Oh, Flare Blitz. Yeah, we're living. We're living, but the Hail might take us out. After like 2 turns is all the Hail needs to take us out. It is a lot of damage dealt to the Incin. At least the Aleki goes down next turn as well. So there's some light at the end of this tunnel. Do I preserve the Metagross? I think I might have to. There's nothing I want to sack off though. I think I'm just going to take this opportunity to Thunderbolt the Incin to knock it out. And then I'll Quake the Incin. It doesn't actually matter what I go for here because I go down to Hail anyway. And so does the Aleki, so. There's the Electro Web. He's just going to finish off my Metagross, which is fine. Does this slow me down slower than the Incin? Considering... Oh, I just realized he never slowed down my Metagross because I have Clear Body. Adoy. I'm still faster than Instant. Okay, this is a very slow Instant. Alright, we'll get a double KO here. Okay, so we sacrifice a Dynamax for a double KO. I guess it could be worse right now. And I'm happy that Urshifu is one of our last Pokemon. I'm happy that we still have the option of Tailwind available, right? That's not good. And it's gonna be, you guessed it, Gigas. That's really not good. So we're definitely gonna need Tailwind up. I think we Tailwind overheat the Gigas, because honestly it's gonna just take out my Rotom this turn. So might as well commit hard to it. So yeah, let's Tailwind. Let's go for the Gigas. Get as much damage on it as possible. I want to come in with Urshifu, be able to close combat this Gigas and not care. We'll also be able to tell here whether or not it's Assault Vested by going for this overheat. I'm assuming it'll do around 30% if it's not Assault Vested, even less if it is. Because Gigas is has so much HP. The late game Gigas, this is bad news. Weezing uses Protect like always. That's why we ignore it first turn. Then what we do here is just Tailwind. Make it so the Urshifu is faster for at least 3 more turns. As he goes for the Steel Spike. Okay, Rotom still is not faster because of that -1. Tornadus lives. We get another hit off. Okay, that's really big. And we even live the hail damage. Raising defense is not what I want to see. I might have to switch to Wicked Blow. Oh yeah, Salic Berry. There it is. And then Overheat. Okay, it's not Assault Vested. So it probably has Protect, is what that means. Okay, my next play becomes... double into Weezing, I think. Yeah, it looks like a double into Weezing turn. Because we could also maybe potentially flinch a Weezing. And we're really just making room for the Urshifu to come back in here. I also need Hail to end soon because my Sash is still intact on my Urshifu. So I'm really hoping I'm not forced to bring an Urshifu next turn while the Hail is still up. Anyway, Air Slash onto the Weezing. Let's play in the moment for now. Steel Spike again, raising his defenses onto the Tornadus. So that means my Rotom is going to be able to get at least one more hit off here. But the problem is I'm very weak already. Because I just went for the Overheat thinking that he was going to target my Rotom. But I guess that's not the thing. Oh yeah, he's Life Orb. Okay. So like I said, he could still have Protect here. Which means he could still have Max Guard. Which means I still can't hit him with Urshifu. Because he's just going to guard it. I do get the flinch though, and Hail stops. Okay. The stars are aligning. They are aligning so much right now. What I have to do now is clean up this Weezing. And keep going for overheats. I have to clean up this Weezing. The reason why is because if I clean up the Weezing, I set the slow start and I weaken this Gigas tremendously. And I still have Citrus Berry attacked on my Rotom as well. So, no matter what I do here, I clean up this Weezing right now. Or not. Because that didn't do enough damage. That makes me sad. I could have doubled in, at least. But we didn't, folks. Oh, come on. I think we had the tools here to win. We had the tools here to win. We definitely don't now. No. Okay. What do we even do? He's just gonna get impact us and knock us out, sadly. He can miss. So let's try to go for a T-Bolt Para. While the Weezing protects. Wait, honestly, my opponent deserves this win. I should have doubled into the Weezing. I honestly... Crush Grip. I don't know what that means. I've never seen that move in my life, but we live at 4. Interesting. We could crit this. We don't. Do we para? We don't. GG. Yeah, like I was saying, my opponent deserves this win. Because I honestly underestimated the... Went for Iron Head. Why is he... Take me out. Is this BM? Is he BMing me right now? He wants to take me out with the Weezing? Whatever. Anyway, I honestly thought the Wicked Blow would be enough to take out the Weezing at that health. Obviously, this is a very defensive Weezing. Probably even max HP, max defense, bold. But yeah. Sad game. Close game, though. It definitely came down to the wire. And I definitely do feel like had I just doubled into that Weezing and then had an Urshifu on the field next to the Rotom. I mean, you saw how low that Regigigas got, even with the neutralizing gas still active. Imagine how low it would have been with the neutralizing gas taken off, right? Because he wouldn't have been able to take care of my 2 Pokemon. I would have just been able to whittle him down as long as I KO'd the, what's his face? The Weezing there. But anyway, oh well, we identified the problem. Here's the team if you want to try out the Tornadus for yourselves. Remember, these teams are only up for a limited time only, so grab them while they're hot. Anyway, I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. If you haven't already joined our Discord, go ahead and do so, along with follow us on Twitter. And check out Pokésports.org if you guys want a damage calc that's up to date, and a complete team archive of every single Series 6 and 7 team that I've ever used. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below. We'll shoot for 100 likes this episode. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss a single rental code here. I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another team. I believe tomorrow is Latias, so I'll see you for that. And yeah, have a great night, guys. Peace out.